Welcome back, bakers. Today we are going to be making English muffins. Now I am a big fan of an English muffin. I love an English muffin. Very, very quick and easy, very similar to our normal bread loaf. So let's get started. So 450 grams of unbleached white flour. And then we're going in with our normal baking ingredients. So 2 teaspoons of yeast, 1.5 teaspoons of our baker's bread improver, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So in with your flour, give it a bit of a mix, just to incorporate it all. And then we go in with our wet ingredients. So 330 to 350 grams or milliliters, sorry, of milk. If you want a dairy-free option, you can use water, and also 1 teaspoon of non-diastatic malt. Warmed up, so it's nice and warm, okay? So into our flour. Now I'm going to add a little bit less first, because we know once we put too much liquid in, it's a bit hard to take it out. So I'm going to go with a little bit less and mix it through. And 1 teaspoon of our cold pressed sunflower oil. Give that a stir through. Now remember, we don't want the dough too wet. We want it nice and sticky, a bit shaggy, but a firm dough, okay? So it shouldn't be runny and sloppy. Alright, I actually think that's perfect. So I didn't use all the 350, probably about 330. And you can see how it's come together, but it's a bit shaggy still, okay? Alright, now let's do some stretch and folds. Okay, so a little bit of oil out on the bench, spread it evenly. Use your dough scraper. Make sure you clean out that bowl as much as you can. Okay. So using your fingers, spreading the dough out a little bit. I'm just going to give it a couple of quick little stretch and folds just to start working that gluten. So stretching up and fold. Stretching out, try not to rip, so just let the gravity take it into the middle, stretch it out into the middle, and then the side closest to you, give it a little shake into the middle, give it a good press, flip it over, beautiful, into a nice ball. Then grease your bowl again just a little bit. And then we're going to let that dough sit in there. For about 20 minutes. Give it a cover, either with a plastic cover, chopping board, something nice and thick that's going to maintain that moisture in. We'll come back in 20 minutes. Okay, so our dough has been resting and proving for 20 minutes. You can see it's grown in size and it's a bit fluffier and spongy. We're going to do another stretch and fold. So using our scraper on your oiled surface, it's a lot easier, it's a lot more airy. So this time you'll be able to see it'll stretch a lot easier. Up, over, out, over, over, over. Okay, beautiful. It's starting to get really fluffy and airy. Now back in your bowl, and we're going to leave it somewhere nice and warm until it doubles in size. Okay, so depending on the room, it could take half an hour, an hour and a half, but watch it, doubles in size. So cover it over. Once it's doubled, we'll come back to it. Okay, so our dough has been resting and it has doubled in size. It's beautiful and nice and airy. On a floured surface, so I've floured my bench, I'm just going to tip this out. Amazing. And I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to make 12. This will make 12 decent size, normal store-bought size English muffins. So I'm going to cut each side into 6. So in half again. They do seem quite small, the dough balls, when you first start cutting them, but stay with me because I promise you they will. We're going to leave them to rise again, so they're going to get bigger again. All right, so 12 pieces. Like when we're making bread, this is we're into the shaping of the dough, okay? So you're going to make little round smooth balls. So by doing this, we're going to grab it, fold it over around into the center, working our way around the dough, around the dough, around the dough, a few times around. And then you're just going to pinch the bottom of it until you have this beautiful round, smooth on the top dough. Okay, so I have rolled all of my dough balls up evenly and slightly flattened them. Slightly, but we're going to do that again. I've just sprinkled some semolina over a chopping board. You can put it on a tray, whatever you like. And then I'm just going to evenly just place these on the chopping board. And then we're just going to give them a little bit of a press to flatten them a bit because they are going to rise quite a bit. And then we're going to throw a tea towel over the top. And then let them double in size. And then once they've doubled in size, they will be ready to cook. Okay, so I've left these to double and they look amazing. They're nice and airy and puffy and nice and round. I just sprinkled a little bit of semolina on top as well, and now I'm going to pan fry them in a hot cast iron pan, 6 minutes either side. Okay, so these have turned out so delicious. So I just pan fried them about 6 to 7 minutes on either side. You can see how they're nice and fluffy. And then leave them to cool completely before cutting them, because remember, like bread, it will continue to cook once it's hot. Cut them in half, and then you're going to toast them and then enjoy them with whatever toppings you love.